Everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be my makeup brush declutter. Oh man. Okay, so recently I mentioned in a video that I really needed to do a brush declutter, and I had so many comments of people asking if I was going to film it. Would I please film it? And I'm like, of course I am. I am a beauty YouTuber. I cannot do anything with my makeup collection without filming it for you guys. So today's video is going to be my brush declutter. I have a lot of brushes. I love makeup brushes. I love buying makeup brushes. I love collecting makeup brushes. It's just always been one of my happy things, but this clearly needs some work. So let's jump into it. When I store my makeup brushes, I kind of try to store them in somewhat of order, and I kind of have them laid out here. Like a lot of these are like my bigger face brushes, my smaller face brushes. We have like a bunch of my blending brushes are paired together, like my smaller detail brushes are together, my like flat shader brushes are together, you know, things like that. So hopefully there'll be like somewhat of order to this video. I'll have my declutter playlist listed down below as always, and I can't link all of the brushes because you only have so much space in your description boxes, but I'll try to link, you know, maybe some of my favorite brush brands and things like that. But let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so these ones here are from Morphe. This is the R2. I love this for a bronzer brush. It's one of my absolute favorites. I would not get rid of this. This one is the M527, and I actually don't like this one from Morphe. This one sheds on me a lot, and it's just not my favorite bronzer brush, and I'm super disappointed because a lot of people seem to like this one, and I just don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in my pass pile. For declutters, if I receive something and I don't enjoy it, I mean, makeup brushes I think maybe is a little bit easier to put on Poshmark, but if I've bought something and I'm not gonna use it anymore, I can put it on my Poshmark or send to friends and family. If I did get something in PR, typically I will just pass along to friends, family, things like that. Okay, so this one here is the Sigma F30. This is the large powder brush. I use this as bronzer. You see this in so many of my tutorials. It's one of my favorites. Definitely gonna keep that one. This one here is also from Sigma. It's the Bake Precision P89. You know, I just don't really use this brush a ton. I used to when I used like loose setting powder a lot. I would use this to pack loose setting powder on, and I don't do that a whole ton anymore, and I don't really reach for this brush a lot, so I'll put that in the pass pile. This one here is from Sephora. This is the 57 airbrush, what is it, the airbrush concealer. One of my absolute holy grail brushes. I love this brush. It always comes traveling with me. Yes, keeping that one. This one here is from Bdellium Tools. This is the Power Blending. I started using it as bronzer and I didn't love it. Sometimes I've used it as like powder. I don't feel like I have like the best use for this brush, which means that I just don't use it a ton. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in the pass pile. I have these two here from Moda. This is when they're the Moda Metallic line. And again, you see me use these brushes really frequently. We have the contour brush and then the buffer brush. I actually use it for contour and then also for bronzer. And I just really enjoyed these brushes, so I'm gonna keep that. This one here is from Sigma. It's the Angled Cream Contour, the F61. I don't really cream contour a ton. I think this just came in one of the sets. Sigma's kind of hard because I do get a lot of PR from them, but I also buy a lot of Sigma brushes myself, and I buy a lot of sets. And sometimes I want every single brush out of there, and sometimes I do not, but that's just the way it goes. But because I don't do that step and I just don't really have a use for this one, I'm gonna put it into my pass pile. Okay, this one here is the e.l.f. I think this is the 104 contour brush from the Beautifully Precise line. I really do like this one. I use it for contour a lot, so I'm gonna keep that one. This one here is from Real Techniques. This is the Expert Face Brush. I really do like this one, and I use it for like my pressed powder a lot, to apply pressed powder all over my face, and that's a step I do a lot in the summer, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. I have this one here from Luxie. It's the Large Angled 504. You know, it's interesting because I have brushes like this in my collection and I use them for blush quite a bit, but this one I just don't really love and I just don't reach for it a ton. I think this came in like one of my subscription bags, and yeah, I just don't really use it, so I'm gonna pass that one on. I do have this one here from Luxie, and I know I have another one. There it is. I have two of these brushes from Luxie, the 522 tapered highlighter. I think both of these came in subscription boxes, but I love these brushes for highlight. I love that I have two. You're going to see me keep a lot of the same brushes, and I do that because then I don't have to constantly be washing my favorite brushes. If I have, you know, multiple ones, especially when it comes to eye brushes, I definitely have several of my favorite eye brushes. That way it's just I'm not continually washing them and putting them through that. You know, those poor brushes. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep both of these. I use that brush quite a bit. This one here is from Sigma. This is the tapered highlighter, the F35. I do really enjoy this highlight brush as well, so I'm going to keep that one. I know I have multiple though, so I'm going to try my best not to keep too many of the same one if I don't need it a ton for that particular use, if that makes sense. This is from Morphe. This is the E4. This is one of my favorite blush brushes. I use this so often, so I'm going to keep that one. This one here is from Sigma. This is the tapered face, the F25. I remember I bought this because I kept seeing like some people use either this exact brush or something really similar to it in tutorials, and they would use it to like dust away baking powder, and I was like, I have to have that brush. And I just don't really use it a lot, so I was like, well, that was kind of silly, so I'm going to go ahead and pass that one on. Okay, so this one here, this is another F35 from Sigma, so I'm going to keep this one for now. I would like a couple of them, but if I have like 6 or something, then I'll try to do a better job, but I'm going to go ahead and put that in my keep pile for right now. This one here is from Morphe. This is the G2. I really like the G2 for concealer, but I've noticed that I have not reached for this for a long time. Like as I was picking this one up, I'm like, wait, which one is this again? It's just a little bit larger. I have one from Sigma that's similar to it, but it's smaller, and I like it more for concealer, so I'm actually going to put this one in my pass pile. This is the one from Sigma that I was talking about. This is the F79, the Concealer Blend Kabuki. I love this one for concealer. I like that it's just smaller. It's easier to blend out, so I'm going to keep that one. This one here is from Pixi, the Miriam NYC collaboration. It's their Strobe and Sculpt brush. I like this, and I do think that it's a good brush, but I barely reach for it, and I don't love storing double-ended brushes. I don't have a good place for that, so I'm going to go ahead and put that one in my pass pile. This one here is from Morphe. It's the M427. This one is a duo fiber. I use this quite a bit, especially when I would use ColourPop, their Super Shock blushes, because it has that kind of different texture formula to it, but I really don't use this a ton. Can't really remember the last time I used it, so that's going to go in my pass pile. This one here is from Sigma. This is the large angled contour F40. I use this for blush, and I absolutely love it. Again, I probably have a few of these, but one of my favorite blush brushes. I'm going to keep that one. This one here, this was a Real Techniques brush, and it's really beautiful and sparkly. This is the 302, but this is a brush style that I just don't use a whole ton, and I think I have some other brushes in there, so I'm actually going to pass this one on. It's really pretty. I'm sure someone else would love it more than I do. See, this is a really similar brush to it. This is the Morphe E49, and I actually do use this one quite a bit. I take it traveling quite a bit. I use this to pack on powder to set my concealer, whether it be a pressed powder or a loose powder, and I really like this brush for that, so I'm going to keep that one. This one here is from Stilazzi. It's the Strobe L307. A big reason too I wanted to do this declutter is because they actually just sent me a ton of brushes. I haven't even gone through them yet. You're not going to see the majority of those brushes in here because I'm like, you have to cut down your collection. You don't even have a spot to like store all of these. But they sent me a package prior to that, and it had just a few brushes in there. So I have some of them in here. So again, this is a highlight brush. I'm going to go ahead and keep it because I am planning to review these brushes in like a future Indie Brain Reviews video. So I'm going to hang on to this one for right now. This one here is the Sigma Strobing Fan Brush, the F42. I don't love fan brushes to apply my highlighter, but I also don't have a ton. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one for the days that I want to, but I really only need like one in my collection. So if I have more, I can declutter that. This one here is the Sigma Powder Sweep, the F06. I really enjoy this one for contour, and I reach for it quite a bit, so I'm going to keep that one. Okay, we have another F35. So this one has like some sparkle in it. It was part of their there it is, the Nightlife collection. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this F35, but if I have another F35 in my collection, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on. Okay, This one here is from Bdellium Tools. This is the Tapered Contour 944. It reminds me a little bit of that F35. It's just a little bit bigger, and you can really either use it for contour or for highlight. I really do like a lot of the Bdellium Tools brushes that I've tried. I think they're a very underrated brand, and they have some really nice brushes. This is part of the Golden Triangle set, and I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. This is another one from Bdellium Tools. This is their Slanted Precision Kabuki, the 956. It kind of reminds me a bit of like the F80 from Sigma. It's just a little bit smaller, and then it has the slant on it. Again, though, I just don't use this type of brush a whole ton, so I'm going to put that in my pass pile. And then this one here is from Sigma. It's the High Cheekbone Highlighter. It's the FO3. I absolutely love this brush for highlighting. I think it is my favorite highlight brush. I probably have a lot of these in my collection. And I know I just purchased Angelica's collection as well, and it came with another FO3. So this might have to be another one that I pay attention to how many I'm keeping, but I really, really do enjoy that brush. This is another Sigma F40, but this is the mini version of it. I take this one traveling with me quite a bit. I love it. So I'm going to keep that one. Here we go. We got another FO3, so I'm going to go ahead and hang on to that one. So we got two FO3s. Oh, here's another FO3. So I think one of these came in Angelica's collection, but you know what? It's fine. I really enjoy this brush. So three is not too bad. I'll go ahead and keep that one. Okay, this here is the Sigma Curved Kabuki, the F83, so you can see this curve in here. Again, it's just not a brush I reach for a ton, so I think I can put that one in the pass pile. I have probably a couple of F80s here. The F80 was my very first brush I ever purchased from Sigma. It's my OG, and it's one of my absolute favorites and probably my most recommended face brush that I give to people from Sigma. This is one that they came out when they were doing like a special breast cancer awareness, and that's really important to me. So I'm definitely going to be keeping the pink one. They also just sent me a new one, and it does have my my Instagram handle engraved on it, which I thought was pretty cool, except it says world instead of word, but you know, that's cool. Still thought that counts. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that one since it is personalized. And then this is another F80. This is their 5-year anniversary edition brush. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. So I think we got 3 F80s now. So that's probably pretty good for my F80s. This one here is the 3D HD Max Kabuki. I love this brush. It's huge. It has like these different angles and such in it, but when I kind of go back and forth on how I like to apply my foundation. I either love brushes or I love beauty blenders. When I love brushes, I reach for this one so often. It's super quick to get your foundation done. So I definitely want to keep that one. This is the Morphe M439. I used to use this a ton for foundation, but I find myself not really reaching for it anymore. I'm mostly reaching for the Kabukis, so I'm actually going to put that one in the pass pile. I'm trying to be good. Okay, so this is the Sigma Angled Kabuki, the F84. I actually do like this one for foundation, and when I used to use cream products, I would use this for like cream contour and such too. So I do like this one. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. This is the Morphe E3. This is one of my favorite brushes. I use this a lot to apply powder, like if I'm applying powder all over my face to set my foundation. I use this brush and I really enjoy it, so I'm going to keep that one. This one here is from Bdellium Tools. This is the Tapered Powder 974. So this kind of reminds me of the, was it the Sigma or Morphe that I decluttered that was like this? But this is a little bit bigger and it's like a little bit fluffier. And a lot of times I've been reaching for this to kind of blend all my makeup together. So I'm going to hold on to that one. This is another one here from Real Techniques, and again, it's just not a brush that, like a brush style that I reach for a ton, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass that one on. This one here is from MAC. This is the 140S, I think is what that one is. This is a fairly newer brush that was sent to me from MAC, and I would really like to try it out. So this is a new one to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to that one. This one here is the Winged Liner EO6. This is a really great winged liner brush if you are really into it. So I might have to see how many of these I have, but I definitely want to keep one around in my collection for when I do want to do winged liner. Okay, so this one is the Sigma 3D HD Max Kabuki. Oh, yes. I don't know if I realized I had another second brush of this, but that's really exciting to me because I really do like this brush. I would love to have another one. Gonna keep that one. Again, so I said if I have more fan brushes, I'm not going to keep them. So this is from Real Techniques, so I'm going to pass that one on. This one here is the Sigma Edge Kabuki, the F87. I don't really have a ton of use for this brush. I see some people use it to like apply baking powder and just all these different things, but I just don't really use it. So I'm going to pass that one on. Then I have this one here from Bdellium Tools. This is the 960 Precision Blusher. I definitely wouldn't use this for blush. I don't know what I would use this for. Yeah, since I don't think I have a use for it, I'm going to pass that one on. Okay, so this is another Bdellium Tools one. This is their small angled 762. I feel like I probably have some other ones like this in my collection that I could keep. I just don't really use these a lot. Like, I know people use these as like brow brushes and such, but I really don't. So I'm going to put that in the pass pile. I think that'll be okay. All right, this is also from Bdellium Tools. This is the 708 Bent Eyeliner. Again, I just don't really need these a lot, so I'm going to pass that one on. This is from MAC. It's the 150 brush. Again, this one is one of my newer ones to me. I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to keep that one. Ooh, we got another FO3. Okay, so this one looks brand new, so I might, I'm going to go, should I have 3? Yeah, 3's good, so I'm going to put that one in my pass pile. All right, so we got the Sigma Short Shader, the E20. Yeah, this is a great brush. This came in Angelica's set as well. I do want to keep that one. I think I only have a few of those. This is the Wide Shader, the E59. Honestly, I don't really reach for this one a ton. I like kind of smaller ones for my eyeshadow shade, so I'm going to pass that one on. This one here is the Cut Crease E62. I am going to go ahead and keep this. I think I only have one other brush like this, and I really do like them for cut creases, so... And I've been doing that more lately, so I'm going to keep that one. This is the Angled Brow. So again, I'm going to go ahead and pass that on. I don't think I've ever even used that one. And then let's see, this one here is the Tapered Blending 787 from Bdellium Tools. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. It kind of reminds me of the FO3 a little bit, but I don't have one from Bdellium Tools. I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. And then we have, this one is from Black Moon. It came with the eyeshadow palette. It's kind of just like a flat shader brush, I would say, kind of bigger, but I'll go ahead and keep that one since it's from Black Moon. And then this is another one of the new, oh, this is from Carity actually, sorry. This is the Carity E32, so clearly I've never used this. This came with one of their palettes as well, so I'll go ahead and keep it so I can try it out, so I can see what I think about it. So I think we're about halfway through, so let's keep rolling. So this here is the Sigma 3D HD Kabuki. Now I used to really like this brush before the big guy came out, and now I use that one more, so I'll go ahead and put that in the pass pile. This one here is the Sigma 4D HD Kabuki. Again, I just don't really reach for this one a ton, so I'll go ahead and pass that one on. This here, I found it. I found my VIB Rouge gift from Sephora. Yay. This is the tiny little brush you got for spending $1,000 in a calendar year at Sephora. Thank you so much, Sephora. I don't know if I've ever even used this one, and I've had it for probably close to a year now, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it because who else cares that I have this brush? So fine, I'll keep you. Alrighty, so we have the Sigma F87. I think I had another one of these and I decluttered it, so I'll go ahead and declutter that one as well. This one here is one of the Stilazzi brushes, the Blender S212, so I'm going to keep that for my upcoming review. Alrighty, here, let me move some of these closer. Okay, so this is the Sigma E35. I love the E35 from Sigma. Especially we get into the eye brushes with Sigma, I like so many of their blending brushes, so I'm going to keep that one. Let's see, I know that I'm going to have a couple of the E25s here, so let's just see. This is E25. Okay, I think it's just these two are the Sigma E25s. I'll try to not keep too many, but this is one of my absolute favorite blending brushes, and again, this is when it comes in handy to have multiple, so I don't have to continually be washing them, and I can just grab a fresh one, so I'm going to keep those. This one here is from Real Techniques. It is the Essential Crease Brush. I really do like this one, and it's nice and small, but still a blending brush at the same time. I think it's really good. I'm going to keep that one. This is from Bdellium Tools. It's their 776 blending. This reminds me exactly of the E25. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. This one here is from Morphe. It's the M505. I don't really like this one. It's kind of scratchy on my eyelids, so I'm going to go ahead and pass that one on. This is the G24 from Morphe. I really do like this one. It kind of reminds me more of the E40 from Sigma, but I do like that one, so I'm going to keep it. And this one here is the M4333. Yeah, the M433. There we go. Again, this one kind of reminds me of the E25 as well, but I don't love it as much, so I'm going to go ahead and pass that one on. And then this one from Morphe is the M502. Again, just not really a favorite, so I'll go ahead and pass that one on. This one here, I don't really know who this is from. I'm not really sure, but it's a blending brush. Oh, this might have been one of the Tarte brushes. Maybe. I don't really remember now who this is from, but I have plenty of blending brushes. I know a lot from Sigma too, so I'll go ahead and pass that one on. This one here is the Morphe M504. Again, some Morphe brushes, after you wash them, they kind of lose their shape, and that's kind of what this one did too. So I'm going to go ahead and pass that on. Alrighty, so this one here is from Stilazzi, their crease brush. I'm going to keep it for my review. This one here is from Sigma. This is the Firm Blender E44. I've been loving this brush lately, reaching for it so much, so I'm going to keep that one. This is from Morphe. It's the E27. This one I'm going to keep from Morphe. I really do like this one as a blending brush, and it's quite soft on the eyelids, so I'm going to hang on to that one. This one from Morphe, the M511. I'm going to go ahead and pass that one on. Not a favorite. We've got another E25 from Sigma. I'm going to hold on to that one. And then this is the Morphe M441. Again, just kind of lost shape and luster after a handful of washes, so I'm going to pass that one on. This is another Moda brush. This is the Super Crease brush, I think it is. I use this one quite a bit, so I'm going to keep that one. Have another one here from Stilazzi, the Crease Blender. Go ahead and hang on to that one. We got another E25. I think this is my 4th E25, and that's like, I'm still okay with that number because I use these almost every single day. So I'm gonna hang on to that one. This one here is from Real Techniques. It's the Deluxe Concealer Brush. I use this one quite a bit as well. I like these for packing on like that first shade to set my eye primer. So I do like that one. I'm gonna hang on to it. This one here is from Sigma. This is the E40. So again, you're gonna see a lot of E40s because just one of my favorite brushes and one I use every day. So I'm gonna keep that one. Alrighty, so I think these are both gonna be E25. So now, where are we, at 6? Okay, so I'm gonna keep these, and then I think after that, we'll be okay for E25s. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Alrighty, so this one here is from Morphe. It's the E17. It's just a larger pencil brush. I like to use it for more like detailed crease work, but I think I have a handful from Sigma that are really similar, so I'm actually going to go ahead and pass that one on. See, like this one here, this is the Small Tapered Blending E45. It's really similar to that Morphe one, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. This is from Bdellium Tools. It's their Tapered Blending 785. It reminds me of the E40. Really do enjoy it. I'm going to keep that one. Okay, these one here, these are from Morphe, and I talked about these recently. It was in like a Flashback Favorites video because these had been mentioned in the favorites from last year, but now I don't really love them, and it's just, again, after washing them, they just kind of got a little scratchy on me, and I just really don't reach for these anymore, so I'm going to declutter those 3. Another one from Stilazzi here, another blender brush. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to it. This is the Morphe E22. This reminds me of that E27, but it's a lot more firm, and I actually don't really like it on the eyes, and I don't really have another use for it. So I'm going to pass that one on. This is another one of the tapered, the E45, so I'll keep this one. If I have any more of these, though, I can declutter them. I think 2 will be just fine. This is the Sigma. This is their Accentuate Highlighter F56. I don't really would ever use this for a highlighter, and I don't have a lot of uses for it, so I'll go ahead and declutter that one. Okay, so I have a couple brushes that look like this. Let's see, I think I see 3 of them here. So I just don't really use these styles of brushes. We have 2 from Morphe and 1 from Moda. I know a lot of people use these for like especially the smaller one. I think this came in like a nose contour set or for like cream products, but I just don't really use those a ton. So I'll go ahead and pass those 3 on. This one here from Morphe, the M522. It's kind of like a tapered highlighting brush, but just not one of my favorites, and I kept, you know, a handful of the F35, so I'll pass that one on. This one from Sigma is the Buff and Blend E39. Yeah, I do like brushes like this, and I don't feel like I've kept too many, so I'll go ahead and keep that one. This one is from Kevyn Aucoin, and let's see, this is a big old brush. I use it for foundation, but I feel like I can't remember the last time that I used it, so even though I want to keep it, I just know that I don't reach for it a ton. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on. Pass it on. Okay, this is the Morphe M0. I think this again came in the nose contour kit, but I just don't reach for it, so I'll pass that one on. This one is from Tarte. It came in like their, what was that collection called? Like the Make Believe in Yourself collection, but I just don't really reach for it much anymore, and I have other brushes like it, so I'll go ahead and pass that one on now. Okay, so this one is from Sigma, the Domed Blending E43. I don't really get a lot of use out of this style of brush, so I'll pass that on. This is another e.l.f. brush from that Beautifully Precise line, the 201. I like to use these for like applying concealer or primer on my eyelids, so I'll keep that one. The Morphe M529, again, it's kind of like one of those tapered highlight brushes. Don't need another one, so I'll pass that one on. This is from Luxie. It's the small angle brush. Again, I don't need a ton like this, don't really use them, so I'll put that in the pass pile. This one here from e.l.f., the small tapered brush. Oh man, I can remember buying this brush and it was quite some time ago. It's held up pretty darn good. This was one of my first brushes that I used to like put powder and stuff under my eyelids, but I feel like I've kept a couple like this and kind of like is that small tapered for highlights, so I'll go ahead and put that in the pass pile. This one here from Morphe, this came in a set, so it doesn't even have a name, but I know it was coined as like their highlighter brush in that set. I just don't really use that type of brush to highlight a ton, or I have other favorite ones, so I'll pass that one on. This one here, I think this must have been, was it in like the Tarte or Real Techniques collection? I can't remember, and there's no name on it, which really surprises me, but I've kept plenty like this. I'll pass that one on. This one here from Morphe, the M458. I think I bought this because I was seeing people like stamp on their baking powder, like especially like for like the jawline type thing, and I was like, I need that one. Yeah, I never really use it, so go ahead and pass that one on. This one here is from Bare Minerals. It's the Perfecting Face. I actually don't really like this brush. I didn't really get the whole like why is there a circle in the middle of it type thing, and it's kind of like really firm, and you know, I'll go ahead and declutter that one. This one here is from Moda. I kind of want to keep this one because I don't have a ton of others like it. I've typically decluttered them. It's not like my most reach for foundation brush, but I like having that option in there, so I'll keep that one. We have another bent liner brush. This is from Sigma, the B12. I just don't really use these. Again, I think this probably came in a set, so I'll pass that one on. This is another one from Kevyn Aucoin. This is the contour brush. I actually am going to go ahead and keep this. The Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder is one of my favorites, and I do like this brush, so I'll keep that one. This is from Morphe. It's the M530. I've actually decluttered this brush in the past and then gotten another one, so maybe it came in like another Morphe set or something, but I used to use this for contour a ton. I feel like it's really nice and new, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it on. I know I have others like it. Get it together, Samantha. Okay, so I feel like we got some small brushes coming up here. This is the Smudge E21 from Sigma. I'm gonna keep that one. And this Morphe angled brush I will declutter. Alrighty, and then we have, let's see, are these all the same brushes from Sigma? So yeah, we have the Sigma F30, the pencil brushes. I really enjoy the pencil brushes. They're some of my favorites, so I'm gonna keep these two. This one here is the inner corner shader E46. This is great brush, love it. I'm gonna keep that one. The Morphe E36, you see me use this in a ton of tutorials for like my inner corner highlight, love it. This is from Bdellium Tools. This is their pencil brush. It's a little bit larger though, like it's not like a true pencil brush to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that one in the pass pile. Okay, so I see a brush here from Stilazzi. I'll go ahead and keep for my review. We have another one here from e.l.f. in the Beautifully Precise. This is their pencil brush. I'm actually going to go ahead and declutter it because I think I have some more F30s from Sigma hanging around in there. And then again, another E06. I'll go ahead and keep this one too, but if I have any other ones, I will declutter them because I think that should be good for my collection. The G28 is a nice flat definer brush from Morphe. I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. We got another kind of flat definer here from Morphe, the E43. I'll go ahead and hang on to that one. Those are really nice if you want like a precise line under the lash line. I think that's really good. The E20, I'll keep another one of these. I do like these as the short shader brushes. The Morphe E18, this is kind of like a larger pencil brush. You know, I don't use this one as much, so I'll go ahead and put that in the pass pile. The end is somewhat near. This is from Stilazzi. I'm going to keep that for my upcoming review. This is the Sigma flat definer, the E15. Oh, I'm going to keep that one. And honestly, I'd rather keep my Sigma over my Morphe because I think they're just better quality. So I'm going to go actually ahead and swap the G28, and I'll put that one in the pass pile for now. The Sigma small angled, I'll go ahead and keep this one. And then let's see, this is the Sigma, okay, so another E06, so I'll pass that one on because I only need a couple. This one is the Morphe M507. I do like this for lower lash work, so I'll go ahead and keep that one. This is the Sigma Blending E36. Now, I think I have a couple of these. I'll just keep one because it's not something that I use a ton. It's just, I don't know, it's not my absolute favorite, but I do like it, so I'll just keep this one and declutter any others that I might have. Alrighty, so we're on to the last stack here, so let's try to do this quick. So we have the Real Techniques shading brush. I do quite like these, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. This one here is from Morphe, the E48. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. I don't feel like I need that one. Okay, so this is the Morphe M506. Again, I do like this for lower lash work. I'll keep that one. This is the Morphe G27. It's that similar pencil brush, but I like my other ones better. I'll declutter that one. Alright, so the Sigma E55, the E55 and the E54, I might have quite a few of, so I'll try to keep track of those, but I'm going to keep that one of my favorite flat shader brushes. This is the Cream Collector, oh my goodness, the Cream Color E58 from Sigma. I really do like this one, especially for like really shimmery or any sort of like cream eye products, so I'm going to keep that one. This one here is the Sigma Eyeliner E11. I just don't really use these a ton, so I'll pass that one on. This one here is the Sigma Detailed Lip LO4. I typically use this as like inner corner, so I'm going to go ahead and hang on to it. Alrighty, this one here is from Revolution Pro. Oh, I think this came in a palette, but I don't really love it, so, and I don't really love double-ended, so I'll pass that one on. This is the Square Lip from Bdellium Tools, just a brush that I wouldn't reach for a ton, so I'll put that in the pass pile. I have a mini of the Sigma E55. Again, I like to travel with my mini brushes. It's just like one of those things, so I'll keep that one. This one here from Morphe, again from that eye brush that I don't quite, or eye brush set that I don't quite love, so I'll pass that one on. This is the Concealer F70. I actually use this as a eye shader brush and I quite like it, so I'll keep that one. This one here is from Morphe. This is the G20. I use this a lot for my cut creases as well. I feel like it fits really well. You can see it's full of concealer, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. This is the Morphe G14. I'm gonna pass this one on. It's a little bit too fluffy for an eye shader brush for me, and my shadow can kind of get everywhere, so I'll put that in the pass pile. The Morphe G18, I feel like I've kept similar ones to that, so I'll pass that one on. This is the Firm Shader E57. I just love these brushes from Sigma, and I just feel like you can't have too many like this, so I'm going to keep that one. I got another mini E55, clearly a favorite. I'm going to keep that one. How many have we kept now? Oh boy. This is about the only Morphe brush from that set that I do enjoy, because the pencil brush on this one is like just really, really firm, and I actually do like it, so I'm going to hang on to that one. This one from Stilazzi I'll keep. I've been using it for my cut crease work as well, since I've been doing that more. Another E55. This is from the Night Life collection as well. Okay, I'm going to keep this one, and I think, wait, how many have I kept? Well, I have 2 minis, but in the regulars, oh, I've only kept 2. 2 or 3? I don't know. We'll just keep rolling. This one here, I think this is from the SL Miss Glam. Yeah, SL Miss Glam. I just don't reach for this one a ton though, the angled eye brush. I'll go ahead and put that one in my pass pile. A couple here from Stilazzi. I guess I had more brushes than I thought, but I'm going to keep those for my upcoming review. This is the Shader E56 from Sigma. Again, I like how small it is, especially if I'm doing like a halo eye. This is perfect for that. So I'm going to hang on to that one. This is a pencil E30 from Sigma. I'm going to keep this one, and then I should be good on the E30s. Okay, so these ones look pretty similar from Morphe and then also Real Techniques. I'm actually going to go ahead and declutter both of these. Just with my shader brushes, I like them to just be a little bit more on the firm side, not quite this fluffy. So I'll go ahead and pass those on. This one here from Stilazzi, I'll go ahead and keep. I have a couple here from Bdellium Tools. So we have the large shader and then also the bold concealer. I'm going to pass on this one, but I'm going to keep this one. I do like it for concealer work. It's really nice to kind of clean up shadows as well on the outer part of the eye. I do quite like that one. Okay, another one here from Stilazzi, I'll go ahead and keep. Sigma E20. Okay, so I feel like I've kept a couple of the E20s now, but they are nice brushes. I'm going to keep that one, and then I think we have another E20. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. And then this one here is from, I want to say, is this from Tarte? Yeah, this is from Tarte, but I don't reach for it a ton anymore, so I'll pass this one on. I think it came as like a free gift with an order one time. Okay, we got another E55. I'm gonna keep this one, and then we're done with the E55s. Yes, I feel like that should be good now. Okay, so we have another E40. I feel like I haven't had as many E40s as I thought I once did, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. So this is the Morphe E14, kind of reminds me of the E55, so I'll declutter that one. Okay, so this is the E54, the medium sweeper. This is different than the E55, and I don't know if this one has come up yet, so I'm gonna hang on to that one, and then I think this one is the E54. Yeah, the E54. Again, guys, I mean, I just use these brushes almost every single day, so it is nice to have a lot of them. I have one here from Stilazzi, and then this one here from Stilazzi too, so I'm gonna keep those. The one that ran away, this is from Sigma, another shader brush, the E56. Again, really nice for those halo eyes. I'll keep that one. This one here from SL Miss Glam kind of reminds me of those E55s, so I'll put that one in the pass pile. Then we have this one here from Moda. It reminds me of the E54, but I've kept so many of those. I'll go ahead and pass that one on. And then this one here is another one of those cut crease brushes. I thought I had another one from Sigma, and I do really like these, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one. And after that, we are done. Let me grab the brushes out, and we can see how we did. So that is going to do it for my brush declutter video. So this over here is my keep pile, and I'm keeping 111 brushes. Oh my. And then this pile over here is my declutter pile, and I'm decluttering 78. So I don't feel like that's too bad, especially I had more of those Stilazzi brushes in my collection than I thought I did, and I know I want to be reviewing the brushes. There's also a couple in there that I haven't tried yet, and then obviously, you know, I just have my favorite brushes and multiples of my favorite brushes. But I feel like this is a pretty solid declutter. That's a pretty darn good chunk of brushes to get out of my collection. So I feel like storage is going to be a lot easier now. So I hope you enjoyed seeing a new declutter with me. If you want to see some of my other ones, I will have that listed in my description box, of course. But as always, if you guys did enjoy this one, I hope that you'll give this video a thumbs up. I hope that you'll also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video.